What is going on, Governor? It's Chisgule here, and today we are going to be smashing those Marauders for Eve of the Crusade Stage 1. If you like Rise of Kingdoms guides that help you beat your enemies and get value, consider dropping a like on the video and subscribing for daily Rise of Kingdoms content. This is going to be a pretty chill hangout. We have so many barbs we need to kill. I guess technically they're Marauders. We have so many barbs we're going to kill. We're going to answer your questions. We're going to do Q&A. And we're just going to be hanging out here for the duration. So far, it's looking pretty good. Let's get a look at the overall ranks here. We can talk about those. Hello in the chat. Bunch of folks jumping into the action here. Our kingdom is currently 3rd. This is a pretty major improvement from our last KvK, where in this stage, I believe we finished it at either 6th or 7th, and it was pretty far off. The fact that we're already up at 3rd, I'm like really happy with how we've grown into our Imperium status, which is pretty cool. And the number 1 kingdom is 210, which is not at all surprising. They are a very, very, very large kingdom. We have our allies just above us. They kicked it into high gear, which also is not surprising. We knew last time, I think they won overall. I'm pretty sure they won overall for this stage of the event. And training, the training portion is where our kingdom is going to go completely ham. So rather than sit on my couch and battle these barbs or Marauders, I'm going to do that a lot, by myself, I figured, you know what? What if we just fire up the live stream and we answer your commander questions? So we're going to try to focus on your commander questions while we run around the map smashing on these Marauders. Jordan, we're doing pretty well. The reason, by the way, we're doing this on our farm account instead of our main account, in case you didn't see my video earlier today, is that this is really not a good use of action points on my main, but the rewards are actually very, very juicy. It's just, I don't need the experience. I also might contribute a disproportionate amount of honor in this KvK. So for my main, it just doesn't make sense. But for my farm, this baby, this is just the perfect opportunity. Herman or Kusunoki as a primary. Recently I did a video with Tomo. I guess it's actually Tomoe as a secondary commander, but I showcased the difference between a Herman primary and a Kusunoki primary. I am kind of inclined to lean toward Kusunoki for most things, but if what you want to do is get a silence chain going, then Herman is the pick. Alex, Charles... Oh no, Charles Alex or Charles Constantine. Well, if you're defending a garrison, definitely Charles Constantine. If you're in the open field, I'm going to say Charles Alex. Let's get my marches onto the field. Speaking of being in the field here, we're going to pop a 25% army expansion. We've got 19 of those. I don't know what we're using them for other than this. That means we're going to have to reconfigure our armies a little bit to actually work. We definitely have our presets not set up for this extra expansion. I'm in position 6 in Mighty Governor that ends tonight. It's the first Mighty Governor that you're playing seriously. Well, congratulations, Victor. Congratulations on that. This also is a live stream of firsts, I suppose. I'm actually doing this live stream sitting. Normally, I am always standing. And now we're sitting in a chair. This is my first live stream where I'm actually sitting, which is really not at all that momentous, but anyways. All right, so we're going to bring out our 2nd march. We're going to bring out our 3rd march. Now, we're probably going to have to tune these. In fact, I can tell already I'm going to have a problem here. I do not have enough cavalry to do what I'm trying to do, so I'm going to have to send Lilhart back. Kingdom 52 is saying hello. Hello to you in OV. Really eager to watch the Season 1 Arc of Osiris League Champions in action. In the playoffs. That's been a lot of fun to do. Best of luck to you all. We're going to get this march ready. I think that's a good march. Do you ever feel like you're not working on your farm account enough, but when your farm account get anxious in case your main is attacked and go back to your main. I see what you're saying now. Took me a second to grok. So, you know, farm account's really an interesting thing. There are some days where I don't spend my action points on my farm account, and I'm like, I'm just like kind of wasting action points, right? But at the same time, I think it's fine. Like, the reality is that you only have so much time in the day, and it just takes a lot of time to actually fully spend your action points and do all the things you need to do in Rise of Kingdoms. That's actually one of the things I really like about this game, is that there's honestly, like, almost always something you could be doing, even if it's on a farm account that is supporting your main. All right, so I think we're going to try out this Murder Ball. If what you wanted to do was kind of double check the march speeds, you could pick a structure nearby that you could reinforce. That's actually not my own alliance territory. Where is alliance territory? Over here. We could pick one of these structures to reinforce and just like see, okay, how long would it take? And this is going to give you a really good sense of whether or not your march speeds are about even. It looks like, pardon me, it looks like our Belisarius march is way faster. So, I mean, I can tell you now that's going to be a problem as we do this, and we may actually respec him to be a little bit slower, if you can believe it. Who's a better peacekeeper for free-to-play, Boudica or Belisarius? Siva, that's a really interesting question, actually. That is actually a really interesting question. So, Belisarius offers a huge damage boost when the target gets below 50% health. I think they get a 25% damage boost. It's actually really quite good in Canyon. The debuff is pretty legit. That said, I do think that Boudica is a more universally good commander, not constrained to cavalry. I mean, if you're kind of picking between one or the other, I think Boudica is a really solid investment. My general guidance is, you know, epic commanders to invest in the early game in Rise of Kingdoms is to start with Boudica, then go Sun Tzu, and then go Joan of Arc. And after that, you've got some flexibility. Of course, if you want to see the choices we made, we've got our restart account and restart playlist that covers all of that. We're going to keep on barbing. Ooh, wait a minute. Talking about keep on barbing, we had some AoE damage here, get us a little bit of free value, and I have so many action points on this account, like I'm just going to hit the barb with everything I got. Look at this. Look at these action points, baby. Look at these action points. I don't think we can possibly spend all these action points. I honestly don't think we could possibly spend all these action points. The challenge with an event like this, with these Marauders, I mean, it's not the difficulty of killing the Marauders. It's the time of day to go run around and spend all your action points, if that's what you want to do. Ankit, member of the channel, good to see you in the chat. Show me your rank pre-KvK stage 1. I have a feeling we're going to get that question a lot. Here's where the kingdom rank is at the moment. We are in 3rd. I don't mind being in 3rd. I'm actually really quite impressed we are in 3rd at all. We did not tell everyone in the kingdom to go completely ham. Like, that's not a thing we did. People are just doing work. It's nice. It's nice. Kevin, what's going on? Good to see you. We're feeling good. We're feeling great. We're running around killing Marauders. We got lots of company. We're just chilling, people. We're just chilling. HS, do you think your kingdom can win against 1059? Their number 1 alliance is near 16 billion. I don't think we could, and I'm glad we're not fighting them. So that works out really nicely. Yeah, 16 billion is really nuts. We're pushing 11 billion right now, and I'm really eager to see how much power we gain in the training portion. Like, I would not surprise me. It would not surprise me if we jump up to, like, maybe 12 billion power in the pre-KvK training. Maybe 11 and a half is more reasonable. I should put some more actual thought into that estimate. But like, we're going to gain just an outrageous amount of power in that portion of the event. Thor says, I love you, you sexy pickle. Hilarious. Good to see you too, Thor. Good to see you too. We have hard enemies for our first KvK. Good luck, Renee. Good luck. Hey, talking about Herman, says Victor, what's the difference between silencing an attack, the Herman skill, and disabling the El Cid skill? So, Oh, we need to pop some AP here. So Herman is going to make it so you can't use the active skill for 2 seconds. That's the silence effect. You can't use the active skill. The disabling effect of El Cid is much more powerful. It makes it so you can't normal attack or counter attack as well. So it's a silence and more. Very, very powerful. Hello, I'm King Salid. I have changed my name, but still call me King Salid. All right, what's going on, King Salid? What's going on, dude? I'm definitely going to forget that at some point, and I apologize in advance. But I am glad that you're here. Call, dude. Thank you, Chisgule. Definitely subscribing. Hey, thanks for subscribing. And I suppose now's as good a time as any for a quick reminder that if you enjoy daily Rise of Kingdoms content, we do release guides every single day to help you get value and smash your enemies. Consider subscribing if that's what you're into. I know I am. I watch literally just about every content creator who puts out a video for Rise of Kingdoms, no joke. Tamed Fox, what's going on? Hello to you in 1189. I also feel a sneeze coming on. This is going to be so awkward. I'm totally about to sneeze. We gotta go find the mute button. Where's my mute so I don't sneeze? I don't know how effective my sneeze was there. You're supposed to sneeze into your arm instead of into the air, right? That's how you're supposed to do it these days. Now it matters more than ever. Although if you're practicing social distancing, and every single person should be, I guess that's less of an issue. Ugh. Stay lazy. Good to see ya. Look at all those emojis. Holy jeez. Should Boudica use barb talents or attack talents? So Boudica doesn't have the attack tree, so I'm going to assume you mean the skill tree. My recommendation would be to focus on the peacekeeping tree. Focus on peacekeeping if what you're doing is battling barbarians. And of course, if what you're doing is battling players, then the skill tree is a really good place to be. There's, of course, one skill, or I guess talent, in the skill tree that is really important, regardless of what your build is, and that is Rejuvenate. You are definitely going to want to pick up Rejuvenate. Super, super crucial. Super crucial. Every sneeze requires a gold chest. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chisgule, can you move servers? Yes, indeed, Barry. The way that you switch between kingdoms is using a bunch of passports, and the number of passports you'll need is going to depend on your power. I was inviting folks into Kingdom 75 right up until we started KvK. And at that point, we are now locked for migration. So just because you can go to a kingdom, or you can leave the kingdom you're in, doesn't mean the kingdom you want to go to might be open. Hey, Ken. Okay, gosh, I'm going to pronounce this incorrectly. Ken DNS, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Much appreciated. Let's get some hype emojis for Ken. Yes. Channel members get access to all of our sweet emojis, as well as your name showing up in green. And if I miss your chat, I apologize. That is because we have a rate of 20 chats a minute going right now, which makes it really hard to see everything. So if I miss your question, feel free to ask it again in a couple minutes, and hopefully I catch it the second time around. All right, here we go. Smashing these Marauders, getting that loot. Gotta put some points on the board. In Eve of the Crusade, fam. Eve of the Crusade. How do I feel about 210's points? I think they're doing great, and it is exactly what I would have expected. Exactly what I would have expected. Ugh, I sneeze. I gotta blow my nose. I promise I've been social distancing. I couldn't have caught anything. Although I do wonder about that. Like every time the mailman stops in, it's like when you open your you read your mail. Do you gotta wash your hands afterwards? I do. You sing 2 happy birthdays, or whatever song you prefer as the you're washing your hands. Also, hey, look at this. We got some guardians we can kill. One thing you can do in this event to kind of give yourself a little bit of punch is, of course, getting a rune. I would love to have a March Speed rune. March Speed would be really slick right now. How often can the King of the Lost Temple change the immigration cap? Phenomenal question. And chat is going so fast. as Lawrence. I almost lost the question entirely. What, dude? Oh my gosh! I thought this new authenticator would be awesome, and I swear I tapped the icons correctly, and it's like, nope, you did it wrong, and I'm like, really? Ugh, this version of the authenticator, I don't love it. But yeah, the King of the Kingdom can change the immigration cap literally anytime you want. Harry Richardson is asking, how do you get a passport? Passport pages are available to you in the Alliance shop, if, of course, your Alliance leaders put them into your Alliance shop. You also can buy them. Are you concerned about fighting them? They show a lot of activity. I'll be perfectly honest. I always am concerned when we go into war. I always am very concerned about, like, okay, have we made the right choices? Have we optimized as much as we can? Like, I always worry about that. So I don't know that there'll ever be a moment where I'm like, oh yeah, you know, like I have no worries whatsoever. So, you know, I always am kind of on guard. And I think that's kind of a healthy stance to have here when we're talking about the volume of troops that we're going to commit to this Kingdom versus Kingdom. Kevin says, just thanks so much for helping me with your videos. I do so much wrong in the first 4 weeks of play. Oh no. And after 4 weeks of play, 1.6 million power. And now again, after 5 weeks, 6.5 with your helping videos. Wow. Nicely done. Nicely done. Well played. Who's the best commander in the game? I'll tell you who my favorite commander is. Ooh, Experience Rune. And Experience Rune's actually super legit for this activity. My favorite commander in this game is Yi Seong-Gye, YSG. YSG for that circle AoE, rhyming not intended, but I'll take it. Hope you're not offended. We're going to make that happen all throughout the stream. Honestly, live streaming and playing games, it is the dream. We're going to do that. We're going to do that, and over time, we might suck now at the whole stupid rhyming thing, but eventually we're going to get pretty good at it, and it's going to be really funny. Hey, Chisgule, I've been made a warlord in charge of KvK planning. Any advice? Surround yourself with lots of experienced players who have done that before. That would be my recommendation. Like, surround yourself with the people who have done that. Also, I can't tap this rune because I get research speed. We don't need that. All right, I got experience buff. Let's get out of here. We got Marauders to kill. Where are those Marauders at? Oh, yeah, we'll go this way. We'll go this way next. That's the game plan. Hi, want to ask better to max out Joan if I have 5554. Oh my gosh, chat's so fast it's hard to keep up with the questions. Or upgrade Sun Tzu, who I now have 5233. Okay, so I think Sun Tzu's the better invest, but I think you're so close to Joan that I would finish her. That would be my recommendation. You have to be a millionaire to be a good player. It's RDC. Oh, ridiculous. How much money people spend. Like 300 pounds a month, and I'm still 7 million power. WTF. There are people in my kingdom who spend like 10,000 a month. Yeah, I spend, I think like just under 2,000 a month, typically. Let's see here. We'll pop that. I spend just under 2,000 a month, and it does feel like a lot. But for me, it's all a part of growing and building a channel and growing and building a business. And like, I mean, it's literally a business expense, but it's very expensive. And, you know, I always encourage people in my spending videos. To like make smart choices, right? Like an investment in a mobile game is not an investment in your like future financial well-being. It's an investment potentially in future happiness as you play a video game. You know what I mean? So, I really would recommend you like focus on saving for retirement and family. And when you spend in a game like this, like it's truly disposable income. I suppose a lot of people who like would have been going out to like a bar have a lot of cash that they would have been spending, but now have on hand, which is kind of nice. How many times have I been rallied? Ooh, Karen, that's a good question. Definitely in season 1 of KvK, I was rallied. And in season 2 of KvK, I was rallied. And in Kingdom 51, I was rallied 3 or 4 times. So I've been rallied like at least 6 different times. And I'm good friends now with some of the folks that have done that rallying, quite frankly. So, Yeah, no hard feelings whatsoever. If you haven't seen those videos, by the way, they're freaking amazing. I mean, like, I totally panic in one of them. I was live streaming when it happened, and I completely panicked. I could not find my random teleport. And the problem was that I had tried to use a peace shield to protect my resources at the end of it, but somebody had reinforced my city. And when your city is reinforced, you can't peace shield. And so not only did that cost me, a couple 100 million resources, and I'm sure they were like, reinforcing to actually try to protect me, not just to get a report. So it's on me to have not seen that. But then I kind of like panicked because they didn't just rally my city with multiple rallies. There were multiple, by the way. There was a tank rally and a DPS rally. But then they started swarming my city immediately afterwards, and my hospital started overflowing, and that's when I was like, oh, geez, it's getting out of hand. Oh, geez. So that was when they really got a little out of hand. So yes, I have had troops die from getting rallied, and I just would be like really careful. I just would be really, really careful with where you put your city in, kingdom versus kingdom, because like when you get rallied, like you may think you could teleport away. Spoiler alert, if the rally's already touched your city, you can't. You may think you could use a peace shield, but like you might be in trouble. Thor Odinson, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Let's get some hype emojis supporting Thor and his joining our channel as a member. When you become a member, your name shows up in green up on the side, which makes it a whole heck of a lot easier for me to actually find your chats. And also, you get a little badge showing how long you've been a member, which I think is kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. Sean says, hey, Chisgule, how's Chisgule Mini doing? Just watched your holiday video where she made an appearance. That was great. Our baby is doing great. Our baby's doing really well. She's the sweetest thing on the face of the earth. I mean, it was just like having a baby was completely transformative. I like can't even handle it. I can't even handle it. It's so life-changing. HS, is it good to use Joan of Arc with Ethelflaed? Yeah, great combo. Great combo. Either one can be the primary. Also, where are those Marauders at, yo? I gotta go all the way over here. I gotta go all the way back over here. Okay, well, my Marauder loop was clearly inefficient. Wow. Super inefficient. Or I go all the way up over here and there's like nothing. Let's go here, I guess. Here we go, fam. I suppose if you're doing this on Alliance territory, there's a lot of benefits to that, by the way. If you're on Alliance territory, you're going to get the march speed and the extra damage boost. Or maybe it's attack. I think it's attack. I think it's 20% attack with max Alliance tech. Should I focus on one legendary commander or upgrade the first skill of more commanders from VidJunk? So I personally like going all in on one legendary commander. The advantage of going all in on one legendary commander is that later on, you're probably not going to want to bring like 5 marches of T4 onto the battlefield because your hospital is just going to fill up really fast. You're going to want like one high power march that can do some work. And to do that, you need to have expertise legendaries. That said, it's probably better for your Canyon team, for example, to have a lot of non-expertise legendaries. But Esong is such a good legendary that he'll help in Canyon tremendously as well. You can position Esong in most Canyon matchups to hit up to 4 targets at a time with his AoE, which is really solid, and you can use a combination like our free-to-play Ethel with Esong, and it's a great combo. Ethel primary, Esong secondary. That's going to do some work. HS is a free-to-play. Makes more sense to get VIP 12 and get the 2 legendary heads every single day. Or keep investing gems on those seasonal events. Ooh, you'd have to do the math. That actually, the way you framed it is just like a pure math question of, what's the better use of gems. It also depends on how fast you're getting your gems in. I generally like VIP as an investment. I do really generally like VIP as an investment. Hey, Chisgule, what happened to the scouting the clouds? I can't do it anymore. So Kayla Boom Gaming, my thought there is that perhaps your kingdom has reached a stage in its life where everything is revealed automatically. That is something that happens after a certain age in a kingdom, and it could be that you've now hit that point. All right, so let's open up some of these satchels, get these sweet parchments, see how far along we are here. Gonna open up 30 satchels. Cool. How many points do we put on the board with 30 satchels? Let's see here. Looks like it'll be 5 turn-ins. Decent. That's decent. Boom. And I just am so enamored with the... I guess enamored's not the right word, but I just love the new trade list feature. I can select the thing that I have the least of and give away the one I have the most of. That's just freaking magical. And, oh yeah, see, I could trade this. Do it. Boom. And look at that. I get another turn-in. This is amazing. I love that. I love that feature. Very well designed. Check out my kingdom, 1455. We're the newest Imperium kingdom. Congratulations to you. How is a B team beating their A team ally? That's a part of why we chose. That is a part of why we chose 1189, is that their activity level is just like through the roof. It is awesome. They are super, super active. Oh, speaking of which, 1189 Pyro Tony says, "Hey Chisgule, looking forward to KvK4." See, there you go. There you go. Now we're on the same side as each other. Shoulda done that the first time around. Lol. Check out my kingdom. Oh, I saw that message already. Cool. A part of the reason that we're Imperium is the way that Imperium is calculated. So Imperium is calculated based on the top 300 players in your kingdom. And like, we've got some really high powered players. Juggernaut has recently surged to the top, with Gaius nearby, almost 200 million power each. Look, these players make some massive contributions, and that they also contribute pretty highly to our Imperium status. So, you could have 5 or 6 players that probably score 5 or 6 times as many points in the Light and Darkness Stage 1, if they're all at like 60 million power, or you have one 200 million power player. It's different. It's totally different. Our kingdom is stacked at the top end for sure. And let me take a moment. Holy geez, I think I missed a super chat, but they're flying by. Buck the Warrior, thank you for the $3 Canadian donation. Much appreciated for that sticker. Here's a thumbs up to you, mirroring that pear giving me a thumbs up. I don't know why YouTube decided a pear giving a thumbs up was a cool emoji, but it actually, gosh darn it, it is kind of a cool emoji. Hey, Chisgule, what are your thoughts on 93 against 331? I don't have a ton of information on it. What I know is 93, and I have battled against 93 in the past. I know that 93 is a very fierce kingdom, and it's going to be a heck of a fight. C. Miller, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Much appreciated. Really appreciate your ongoing support. If we could get some hype emojis in the chat for our new channel member, Miller. When you become a member of the channel, your name shows up in green, which means it's so much easier for me to see your chats. And also, you get a little badge showing how long you've been a member and access to all the custom channel emojis. The drama? Oh, there's definitely drama. Brandon's asking me if there's drama. Brandon, there's definitely drama. The drama is so real. I had multiple people come to me and say like, "Hey Chisgule, did you know that like 210 is running around advertising that like people should join 210 to try to zero Chisgule?" And I was like, seriously, why are they making that so personal? Why are they making that so personal? I don't know. Like, it's not like I picked any of their players and I was like, join us to zero blah, blah, blah. But, whatever. This is hashtag YouTuber life, yo. It's YouTuber life. Should I wait to open my satchels until the end of the stage, or does it matter? I actually think that it is correct at this point to open your satchels as you go. So the thing that I think you want to avoid, and I'll open a few more just to show this, right? But I think the thing you want to avoid is getting to the end of the event with a hugely disproportionate number of satchels in any one of these categories, or I guess parchments. And the way that you avoid that is by trading in an ongoing basis. That way you don't get too far one way or the other way. That would be my recommendation. So I would say don't wait. There are people that certainly will. There are people that certainly will. Chis, spend 100,000 gems to get VIP 15 or max spin on Esong. Oh boy. It sounds like you're a really big spender. And if you're a really big spender, you're going to get to VIP 15 really soon anyways. I would probably go for the Esong wheel if I'm reading into that correctly, right? So it depends in part on your rate of spend. Ooh, hey, look at that. Someone else from the kingdom. That's cool. Battling them barbs. Living that barb life up in here. Chisgule, can you show me a talent tree for Saladin to pair him with Takeda for rallies? So I don't have that commander unlocked on this account, but I suppose I can talk you through it. So you'd get Rejuvenate, and then you'd basically max out the cavalry tree. You might instead focus a little bit on the bottom part of the support tree, but definitely don't get the part that reduces march speed. No, you don't need that. 75 to top heavy, no bottom to support them. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Savage. You know, we thought that might be the case last KvK. I was a little worried. Like I said, I always am very concerned about KvK, and I'm like, are we doing it? Are we doing it? Are we going to win? Are we doing it? Is it going to happen? You know, I'm always like, did we make the right choices? Thinking it through very critically. And last KvK, we pulled it off. But the calculus is a little different this KvK. I mean, I think last KvK, we had an insight that other people didn't have, which is that, like, you needed to prepare to invest in Attila Takeda. And I think that the way that played out was so public and so effective that everybody now, I think, knows how to solve that problem correctly, which is to only invest in the right commanders at the right time. Because, like, look, I could go in today with my, like, 1,100 legendary commander sculptures on Chisgule and expertise 2 or 3 legendary commanders, because, you know, I have a bunch of them that are, like, halfway done. But I'm not going to, because I don't know which ones are the crucial commanders. Oh, boy. Looks like the VIP Bujan showing up in the chat. Commensurate Warrior. I need more vids like the one yesterday. Got me all hype. Thank you for the $100 donation. Much appreciated. Bujan, the Commensurate Warrior, appearing in the chat. Fam, take note. Legend in the chat. Legend in the chat. If anyone wants to take a guess, how much power did Bujan lose in troops in the last KvK? Does anyone know the answer? And spoiler alert, he was the #1 contributor by dead troops in our kingdom last KvK. Baz, good to see you. By the way, I really struggled with the video that I made yesterday, which was hilarious, where I read the kingdom mail. I struggled a little bit because I was like, I don't want to come across like I'm mocking the other kingdom, but also they said that I said things in a way that was, like, completely untrue and completely misrepresented my position. So I felt like at least somewhat justified in, like, setting the record straight, you know? Chisgule, would you recommend migrating to a younger kingdom? I think migrating to a younger kingdom is a really good way of making your account have higher relative power to everybody else. I think it's really good for that. Thanks, Brandon. Nice. All right. All right. I got to message the live stream fairy. Just heard a really loud bang, and that makes me a little uncomfortable. So let me just message the live stream fairy. Say everything okay. I'm sure if it wasn't, she would have already broken into the room and you'd meet the live stream fairy. You'll be very happy to choose Esong over Cao Cao. Oh my gosh, Brandon, absolutely. 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 So anyways, I struggled with that video yesterday a little bit after I had recorded it because I was like, man, I really, like, I'm not trying to mock the other king. That's not what I'm trying to do. But I did not like being misquoted, especially because I thought 115 would be such a good ally. Oh, okay. Well, everything is okay. Is the arm of the couch that fell. Hi. Oh my gosh, what are you doing here? What? I'm trying to make it. Oh my goodness, what? Well, we have a special guest on the live stream. Wasn't expecting this. Hello. Hello, it's Chisgule Mini. For those of you that haven't met our little munchkin. Yeah, the lights are really bright. She's probably going to freak out in a second. Do you like being on camera? Is she smiling? I can't tell what she's doing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so that's our little munchkin. Definitely hard to battle Marauders at the same time as the munchkin is on the camera. Oh, she's so cute. I can't even handle it. I can't even handle it. All right. Mommy's taking our sweet munchkin back. Bye. Oh, jeez. Chisgule Mini, unexpected experience, unexpected showing on the live stream. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's getting bigger. She's definitely getting bigger. Our cute little munchkin. I can't even handle it. Oh, I can't even handle it. Oh gosh. Munchkin time. Dude, it's game changing. It's game changing. Puts everything into perspective. Puts literally everything into perspective. That's a T6 cavalry Chisgule is unveiling. Oh, my little munchkin. The T6 cavalry. Man. Life changing. Maureen, thank you for the $20 super chat. Sending hugs to the baby. So cute. She's so sweet. She's so sweet. I can't even handle it. Oh my gosh. I can't even handle it. Show the kingdom ranks. Yeah, we could do that. Here we go, baby. We are pretty solidly in third place. Actually, no, we're about to lose third place, which again, I do not find surprising. What I find surprising is that we're actually doing as well as we are. This is not our stage of this event. Gecko Gaming, rocking the hand up in the air. Good to see you. Make Chisgule Mini a Rise of Kingdoms account. I don't know if that's against the terms of service. Baby will guide you on your quest to win KvK. Oh my gosh. You're right, says Kevin. My boy is now 3 years old. He changed everything. Dude, it changes everything. It changes literally everything. We refer to our baby as Chisgule Mini in our live streams, in case for some reason she doesn't want her name revealed to the internet, which is like, that's kind of understandable. That can be her choice when she's old enough to make it. Is Saladin worth migrating to a weaker kingdom for a T5 player? I'm going to say no if that's the only thing you're trying to accomplish, because you can get Saladin from Card King eventually, I'm pretty sure. So eventually you'll have your opportunity to get your Saladin. That's actually, let's talk about that for a second. I think it is not a good choice to migrate to a younger kingdom just to get a commander. So, you know, a whole bunch of folks migrated to get Wu Zetian, and I respect the choice. Because, like, I get it. Like, you want to have all the commanders. But it's not a choice I personally would make. Because I personally would rather stay at the bleeding edge of the commanders that are coming out, rather than go back in time and sort of re-expose myself to those older commanders. P.S. I totally didn't answer the question of how many troops Bujan had die in the last KvK. It was over 4 million T5. So it was a over 40 million power drop, which is pretty nuts. Can I have Wu Zetian from Card King? So far, you cannot. So far, you cannot. We've not seen a way to get Wu Zetian from Card King. P.S. If you're enjoying this live stream, please consider dropping a like onto the video. That helps out the channel a ton, and I do seriously appreciate it, and it costs you nothing. It costs you nothing. So drop a like if you don't mind, and we'll keep it going here. Just had to say it. Love you, bro. Pleasure meeting you, Gecko Gaming. If you haven't checked out Gecko's channel, you should totally do that. We're subscribed. We watch those daily videos. He and I chat about content. When I had questions about Light and Darkness KvK, who did I go to? Gecko Gaming. Hey, Chisgule, what do you think is the role of free-to-play and pay-to-win players? Okay. So what is the role of a free-to-play player, and what is the role of a pay-to-win player? I would argue... Oh, man, we have a really good patch of Marauders here, by the way. I would argue that the role of a pay-to-win player is to have the very best commanders, have the very best gear, and you're going to lead rallies and captain defenses. And if you're taking all those legendary commander sculptures from events, you need to show up big for your kingdom. That's the role of a spender. The role of a free-to-play player is to be doing a lot of barbing, to contribute to things like the events we have going on right now, to be contributing to the rallies and also to defenses where you can, right? Like, you don't want to spend everything you've got. And that actually is a really interesting point where, like, look, if you're a free-to-play player, like, you need some number of troops to be effective just in doing the things you need to do for your account. So you got to play really smart with, like, how many troops you send to die. And the way you do that is just totally different than a pay-to-win player. When are you considered a whale? In this game, man, that's a fair question. What would put you at whale status in Rise of Kingdoms? I don't know. I don't know if we consider that, like, based on your sort of, like, relative rank in your kingdom, or if we just say a spend level. I mean, I'm going to make the argument that if you're spending hundreds of dollars a month in a mobile game, like, you're a whale. That's insane. It's really funny. It's really funny. I came from a game called Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and it's just so funny to see in hindsight, like, how folks talk about whaling out in that game. It's just, like, not even fractionally how people spend in Rise of Kingdoms. It is astonishing, right? Like, folks are like, oh yeah, I spent a couple $100 this month, I'm whaling out. And that's not a criticism. It's just the design of the games is really different. Whereas in Rise of Kingdoms, people are like, oh yeah, I spent, like, thousands of dollars. The whaling, it's just like a totally different scale. It's a completely different scale in this game. It's astonishing. Is K75 ready to face 210? I mean, we may not win, but we certainly were born ready. But I feel pretty good about our kingdom. I feel really quite remarkable about our kingdom. And, look, like, yeah, we could lose. It's totally possible. Can I make more Shop Titans videos? Man, Shop Titans was a lot of fun. Shop Titans, I did enjoy Shop Titans a lot. It was entirely a gear crafting game. And then they added gear crafting to Rise of Kingdoms, and I was like, well, that kind of scratches the itch there that I had for crafting gear, and they did it in Rise of Kingdoms. I gotta send that march home. I also need to respec my Belisarius to go slower. I really want my Lohar to be hitting first, not my Belisarius, because you can see here my Belisarius is like full, or he's almost dead, and my Lohar is like full health. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes changed a lot. Oh, yeah. Dude, people, I mean, like, I'm very happy with the rate at which we're getting content in Rise of Kingdoms, right? And it's easy to say, whoa, well, Chisgule, you're sponsored. And I am. a sponsored creator for Rise of Kingdoms, okay? But like you look at other games like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and every single content creator for that game is complaining aggressively about how much the events suck and how much they were messed up and like how shitty the content is. And it's like, wow. I mean, like, that's what they're doing with Star Wars intellectual property? Okay. I mean, we got it pretty good over here with like ongoing content that makes this game really interesting and exciting. I feel very good about it. Like, and look, as a content creator, as someone who would like to be in the position of saying, like, I can create content full time and that's all I do, I can tell you I'm always on the lookout for, like, what might be a good game. Rise of Kingdoms is really unusual. It's got an unbelievable number of people playing. It's got a very highly active fan base. I mean, this game it's honestly... It's like, it's an unusual success in that way. Like, it's a very unusual success for mobile gaming anyways. Should I stay Korea, says YouTube Assassin, as I train all the way up to T5, or switch to Germany after I research T4? Sounds like you're pretty early on. Switching to Germany is probably the right choice. The reason to stay Korea, which really doesn't have many benefits except the 3% research speed, is if you're going to do, in a short window of time, a lot of speeding up of research. Otherwise, over time, you're actually kind of losing out on a lot of benefits that you would have got with a different civilization. For instance, you know, getting the 5% extra training speed is kind of a big deal across all 4 buildings. So I would probably focus more on that. Holy geez, chat is just so active. I love it. It's just hard to keep up. You swore? What a blankety blank. My innocence has been demolished. I don't remember swearing. What did I swear? Hi, Chisgule. I want to start a jumping account from 75 when I start to get a lot of KvK awards. So the way this jumping stuff works, you only get those Kingdom versus Kingdom rewards. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? I got some barb up in my business. Got some barb killing my march. Oh, I had AoE. Yeah, rip my marches. We're going to have to send them back. So yeah, you only get those rewards at the conclusion of the KvK. So you're going to want to check out my jumper guide video and find a really good group. Link in the description for my Discord, where those groups are forming all the time. My Discord is totally the place to be for getting a really quality jumper group. And let's welcome Dookie13 as a member of the channel. Let's get some hype emojis in the chat, welcoming them aboard. Much appreciated and good to have you here. You now have your name show up in green, so it's much more likely I'm going to see your chats, and you get a badge showing how long you've been a member, and you get all the emojis. And the emojis are honestly, they're pretty cool. I mean, like, not gonna lie, I had a lot of fun getting those emojis made. Like, that was a pretty cool thing to do. I was feeling pretty good about life the day that I paid somebody to make emojis. Oh my god, how far did I go from my city? Rip my walking distance here. Alright, we'll send Lohar here. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I would qualify that as a curse word. Shitty? That's fine. We're fine. This is fine. Chisgule only does streaming here. We stream. We got daily videos. It's a good time, people. I guess now is a good time to remind you, if you like daily Rise of Kingdoms videos, to help you get value and smash your enemies, consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for those daily Rise of Kingdoms updates. We cover the latest and greatest events the second they go live. I think our Arms Master Lohar training had in total like over 60,000 views across the 2 videos we did within 24 hours. So you're going to want to subscribe for the good stuff right away. I have to go to KvK Season 1 soon. Do you advise and do you have advice? Okay, I understand the question now. So my advice for KvK Season 1. First and foremost, you got to keep your city safe. So do what you need to do to keep your city safe. That's very important. That means you need to stay on Alliance territory. Super crucial. Super crucial that you stay on Alliance territory. And when you're not on Alliance territory, you're using peace shields. And know that territory is going to change hands a lot. That's okay. But don't expect that just because you're on territory, it will still be your territory when you wake up in the morning. Play it safe, people. Play it safe. Let's claim this goodie real quick and open up our satchels. We've got 37 more satchels that we can claim. Very solid. Let's start to open these up. Oh man, that distribution is really quite nice. Putting some points on the board for Kingdom 75. Our overall rank is not even top 500, which is kind of amazing. Let's go get some Pyramids of Khufu. Start trading for a Pyramid of Khufu. And look at this even distribution. I love the trading system. I love the trading system. Also, I don't really have the patience to look at the things over here, but I can totally get a couple Pyramids of Khufu over here. And if I was being really, like, slick about it, I could probably do that better. And, like, look at that. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Ah, that's so good. I can't even handle it. Is 210 a strong kingdom? I think they are. I think they are. Chisgule, which events would be the best for free-to-players to go all out on? I mean, Maglife, this event right now is pretty good. This event right now is pretty gosh darn good. Hunting Marauders, Eve the Crusade, if your kingdom has that, that would be a pretty good activity. Now we can drop some more talent points in, too, which is really great. We get a little bit of extra Rage Gen over here, which you know I'm obsessed with Rage Gen. Who else just leveled up? We've got Osman up to 15. All right. We got to level him up more to get some more skills onto him. He's going to be pretty good in a moment. Our Pelagius, we could drop a point in over here, make him a little more tanky. We're not really using Pelagius on this account too much, but yeah, good to start to work on him. You know, he's a good project. He's a good project epic. What's your least favorite legendary, excluding the gathering ones? My least favorite legendary, excluding gathering commanders. That's a great question. My least favorite legendary. I got a lot of favorites. They're all, like, really quite remarkable for different things. I guess it has to be Charlemagne. Charlemagne is going to be my least favorite legendary. Most people shouldn't invest in him because he's just for hitting cities. And, like, a commander that's so narrowly focused on one thing, you really have to be a mega whale to invest in a legendary that does just one thing. Other commanders that are more versatile, like Khan or Saladin or Richard or Esong, they're such good investments in Rise of Kingdoms, but man, that Charlemagne is just not amazing. Not amazing except for the one thing they're really good at, which is hitting cities. Which, like, how often are you doing that, people? How often are you doing that? As a free-to-play, is it good to have 10 legendary commanders? I mean, it's good to have them. The real question is sort of how skilled up are those commanders, and just remember to max the first skill before you proceed. We need to rework this commander. He is marching too fast. He's marching too fast, and it's a problem. So if we switch him around to have less march speed instead of more, what I might do is a build that looks like this, where we go for sustain on our Belisarius, and the way we accomplish that is by making our way up to Curing Chant. So now, even if he is a little faster, he's got a good bit more sustain. We definitely do not want the charge talent on him. That was causing a lot of problems for our barbing moments ago. We can still take, some movement speed stuff, but we just don't want to go all in on movement speed. So instead of going on the right side of this tree, I think we focus in on the left side of the tree, kind of like this. And we're getting the extra value from Trophy Hunter, which I really like. And we will call this Sustain Barbing. That's the play. Sustain Barbing, confirm. And we are going to switch to it. We have 14 respecs, sure. That should make this process that we're going through right now a good bit easier, which I feel really great about. Who's my best commander? It depends on how we define best. I mean, like, Esong is my favorite commander. I think they're one of the best commanders. On this account, though, I guess my best commander is probably even just my Ethelfled, quite frankly, which is, like, it's not saying much for this account, quite frankly, but that's why we're running around barbing right now, putting experience on commanders. This account desperately needs the experience on the commanders. And let's go bring out our revamped Belisarius March here. So much better. Can I show a Martel talent tree? We can do a Martel talent tree. We can do that. If you ever want to do a talent tree for a commander, you can just select one of the pages you're not actively using. That way you can always reset it if you want to. But on a commander like Martel, I do think it's really important that you get Master Armor and also Burning Blood, regardless of what build you use. But then the question becomes, like, what are we doing with this commander? So if you're, defending your city, I would start over here and get these talents for city defense. These just seem so good for that. And I would go over here to get those talents I was just advising are super crucial. So you'd start kind of like that. Now from here, you've got a lot of choices. I really like Balance. I think it's really quite good. That's something I would probably pick up. If I'm defending my city, I do want to focus on the defense tree. So I would be headed somewhere like this. I certainly want to get Loose Formation, unless I'm just focusing on Attila Takeda, and then over to Medicinal Supplies. Now, if you're doing more of like an open field march, you're going to want to max out Elite Soldiers, and then definitely be getting, your Master Armor, Burning Blood. Arguably, you might want to go and do those first. And wait a minute. I thought I spent all my talent points. Oh no, that was just in my separate build. Okay, cool. So these marches, look how slow they are. Wow. Only a minute away though. And then we pick up this barbing party again. But like I said, the limiting factor for an event like this is going to be time. The limiting factor for an event like this is going to be time. And that's what you have to optimize for. In my perfect world, I should have been doing a loop that put me back next to my city just a whole heck of a lot sooner. Chisgule, my kingdom will start KvK Season 3 in 1 month. My Richard is 5422. Should I max him or start to work on Alexander? Man, that's a great question. I love Richard. He's a great commander, but we know that in Season 4 of KvK that Ramses is going to kind of hard counter what he's doing. I still think Richard is going to be good in the open field and for Canyon, but I just have second thoughts about Richard. It's really hard to say where you should invest at this moment. I would kind of wait as long as you possibly can before making those investments. 1189 is very active because most of our players are jumpers. When we jump, it was like 5 or 6 alliances all come from 1122. C9N kicked our butts out from there. Interesting. Bunch of jumpers. Huh. Let's get our marches back onto the field here. Now that they've reconstituted themselves in our city. Get them onto the field and we'll slay some more barbs. Because that is what we are here to do. Also, all our marches are already out now. One more skill to go for my Esong. Who should I max next? Richard or Constantine? Given the presence of Ramses, I think Constantine is a commander I'm a lot more interested in these days. I would be looking at Constantine over Richard. Richard is just phenomenal in Ark of Osiris. Phenomenal. So if you're garrisoning in Ark of Osiris, it's almost like a must. These days, Charles Martel is starting to look like a valid substitute because his healing can't be cut, which is really important. We also need to select all our marches. Lol. There we go. can we still order merch during lockdown? Might get some if possible. Yeah, we've got a link in the description. If you want to get Chisgule Gaming merchandise, we've got our Chisgule the Great line of clothing. Hilarious. But you can get my logo on a hoodie, and that is the coziest pullover hoodie I have ever worn. It's so cozy. It's so cozy. It's unbelievable. I also have a mug. I got a t-shirt. Those are my favorite things in my store, quite frankly. Because, of course, I got to sample the merchandise myself before I recommend you guys get it, right? 5511 Charles Martel or 5542 Esong. Is it good enough of a pair for Garrison? Yes. You can certainly Garrison for that. With that, I wouldn't be garrisoning like, you know, passes and flags and KvK related stuff, unless you're like the Mega Whale and those are your best commanders. But I would think that someone with both of them expertise should be the captain. The only sort of exception I see there is like season 1 of KvK maybe. But I would use those on your city defense. I mean, I still use Charles Martel primary, Esong secondary for my own city defense. And I've got like 123 million power and, enough speed ups to probably get over 140 million power. So, I mean, I take defending my city pretty seriously. I still use them. I'm not saying they're the best there ever was, a little Pokemon theme song going on there, but I do think they're very good. What would be a good epic commander duo for open field combat? I would recommend you check out my video on swarming down T5 players, but a good epic combo that's very supporting in the open field is going to be like a Joan of Arc primary and a either, if you want to be more tanky, you could use an Ulji Mundok secondary. I think that would be pretty good. Joan of Arc and Ethelfled are really supportive. I know one of them's legendary, but that's really good. Joan of Arc Sun Tzu is also fine and supporting. Those are all really good choices. It's all about that Joan of Arc buff, quite frankly. I would appreciate if you could advise me. What are the best 2 options to pair with my recently maxed Alexander the Great? So I'll tell you what I'm doing, and then I'll tell you what I think might be best. So what I'm doing is I'm using Alexander the Great and Joan of Arc. Also, where? Okay, all the way over here. We'll go to this one. Much closer, much better. Alexander the Great and Joan of Arc, I think, is a solid pair for, like, Canyon. But if what you're talking about is, like, what is the literal best? What is, like, the literal best for Alexander the Great? That gets to be a different question. I think that, like, a Constantine primary, Alexander the Great secondary is probably the jam. The reason is that the skill tree is going to, like, really fire off very quickly. The support tree is going to very rapidly fire off your active skills. That is where you're, like, totally at with Alexander the Great. I mean, it's no coincidence those commanders were released at the same time. And I think as a pair with an open field spec on your Constantine, you are just going to be in great shape. You're going to be in great shape. Does level matter on the secondary commander? No, it does not. The only extent to which it matters is the extent to which you unlock additional skills on that commander. So if I give you an example, if I take my Osman, and I don't really want to put experience on him, but I'll do it just to show you. But the level of the secondary commander matters when we're talking about, like, gosh, how many skills do they have available? So right now, he's only got his first 2 skills available. But if I star him up, and maybe I can make it so I unlock the last skill. I don't think that's enough experience. Hold on. I think if I do it a little differently, I'll do like 2 of these, develop. Okay, don't crit. Okay, cool. Now if I do this, I can unlock probably his last 2 skills. Let's see if we get it. This is going to be really... I don't know if it's enough. We might have to do it like this. Only a 75% chance, but then we unlock it. All right, here we go. Come on, baby. Did we get it? Yes. Okay, so Now, you know, his level mattered only to the extent to which we could kind of star him up and unlock these other skills. Now I can drop all these sculptures onto him. And we're really hoping they land over here on Sword of Osman or over here on Sultan's Glory. We do not want them on Radiance of Bursa, which is city hitting, which is something this account is never going to do. So far, so good. Right up until I said so far, so good. Now we keep... Oh, jeez. Twice we landed on that one we don't want. Okay, that's okay. You know, number of troops is a good gain there. More troops is a good gain. 30... jeez. All right, well, they're not landing where we wanted them to land. So we ended up with a maxed second skill anyways. Not exactly what we were looking for. Now we've got just a couple more skills we can place. We've maxed the last skill. So the skill we really wanted to max is the one that we're doing last. But, you know, it's fine. We have plenty of sculptures that we've got here. And, like, you know, look, we got a lot of gold keys, too. Like, if we were really serious, we could open up a bunch of gold keys, which, like... I don't know. It is a live stream. Maybe we should open some gold keys. That could be a thing. Let's make our way over here. Brandon Peterson, thank you for the $2 super chat. Use gems on the universal wheel or books close to T5. Ooh, that's a tough one. In a perfect world, there'd be a more than gems event, and that's when you spend on your books of the Covenant. So if you're gem constrained, you probably wait for your books. If you're not gem constrained, and it's just a question of timing, then, you know, do the universal wheel. You can get your books later, and that's a fine choice. But for most of us mere mortals who are gem constrained, you probably want to save those for your books to work on your T5. That is probably the case. Remarkable how many people we have watching this live stream, given that some folks are saying they didn't even get a notification that we were going live. Good to know. Good to know. Chisgule, no luck in dice, no luck in wheels, no luck in skills. I'm dying. Yeah, amateurs, we are not winning on the dice rolls. We're not winning on the dice rolls, but we have a happy, healthy family right now. So I feel pretty good about how things are going overall. Open some gold keys. Thor wants some gold keys. All right, we'll open some gold keys. Let me switch to gold keys when we're marching back after this round of smashing Marauders, and we'll open up some gold keys and you know, maybe put some skills on our Osman. Hey, Chisgule, I'm a minor spender, only mana. Should I get Khan or Saladin to pair him with? Low spender, Mina, Khan or Saladin? So that's a really interesting question. I have a video that talks about the best legendary and epic cavalry commander pairs that's going to be just like super relevant to you. However, if you're picking a secondary to Minamoto, if you want your march to be more tanky, Saladin's going to be a really good option. If you want your march to have more damage, Khan is going to be a good option. Both are good. If you want to ultimately have a better primary, Saladin will definitely be a better primary, but that is going to be a longer project because you're going to want to max the first 3 skills on Saladin, and that is probably going to take a while before you level them up. Alternatively, you might say, like, look, I maxed the first 2 skills and call it a day. Ulji with Osman is good. I think it's just okay. I think Ulji and Osman is just okay. That's not really a pairing I would be looking for. The reason I say that is that you really want your Osman to be tied to a pure rage engine. Like, Khan is the perfect example of a commander that really makes Osman better than he should be because he just generates so much rage. Sun Tzu is a commander that's like that. Ulji Mundok is not. So I would say that they're fine as a pair, but they're not really taking advantage of what Osman can do for you as a commander in Rise of Kingdoms. How to get many action points, where can we get them from? So, you know, on this account, we've just been saving them for like a really long time. Just a really, really long time. Let's see here. Oh, we get one of these. Sure. I don't have the trade away. Yeah, we'll do this. And what else did I need? Oh yeah, okay, we need one of those lighthouses. I will get a lighthouse. Anybody doing a lighthouse? No lighthouses. All right. We'll wait. I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Man, I can't believe I just did that to myself. Is a gem event coming? Couldn't tell you. Hard to say. Just wanted to say I love your videos. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, Something Cool. I seriously appreciate it. I really enjoy having the honor and privilege of being able to hang out with you all, to play Rise of Kingdoms in a way that is certainly far more entertaining for me as we rock out here, you know, working on KvK Season 4. Season 4, baby. Pretty crazy. We're still hanging on to 3rd place, which I still find so surprising. I find it so surprising we're doing so well. Do I think More Than Gems is close? I don't think so. I don't think so. Just from an old kingdom, can you migrate to an hour or days old kingdom? You cannot. Brand spanking new kingdoms are locked for migration, I believe, until the Lost Temple is taken at some point, and then it's sort of under the king's control. When is the next Card King? You know, the next Card King might be as early as like this coming week. I mean, is it this week or is it next week? I don't know. Card King is probably pretty soon, though. I would say for our kingdom, it's within the next couple weeks, but, you know, we're in Kingdom 75. It's probably going to be different for you. Also, look at that Belisarius March now going at appropriate speed. This is so much better. This is so much better. Do you think they will drop more epics? I really hope they put more epics in the Rise of Kingdoms. I mean, I've been saying this for a while, that I really hope they put more epics in the Rise of Kingdoms. But I really sincerely hope they put more epics in the Rise of Kingdoms. I think it would be very nice. And, you know, I would give those epics some abilities that are, like, similar to what some legendaries are doing, you know? Like, we could have an epic that does a shield effect. We could have an epic that does healing. We could have an epic that does a circle AoE. You know, I think those would be really cool to have in the game. I think those would be really cool to have in the game. What's the best pair for Sun Tzu? You know, the magic of Sun Tzu is that he pairs with, like, just about anybody. The best pair? It depends on what you're doing. Like, it might be Osman. It might actually just be Osman. Just, do I waste my universal speed-ups training troops before KvK or use them to upgrade my city hall? I'm level 22. Boy. I feel like at City Hall 22, like, you should just continue prioritizing growing your city, and rather than troops. I feel like that's the right priority. The better thing for your kingdom is going to be more troops to fight. But the better thing for your account is going to be working on your city hall. So you've got kind of a tough choice there as to, like, what it is you want to prioritize. I'm going to say that prioritizing your own city should probably be the priority in this instance. And, you know, that'll over time be good for the kingdom too. All right, we got another turn-in over here. Amazing, I love it. And just look at these pages. They're all starting to even out, which is just so good. We'll request another one of these for one of those. We want a pyramid. Anybody giving pyramids? No? All right. Not for things we can offer. Oh, I think we could do that. Can we do this? Yeah, sure. What the heck? God, I love that trading system. It's so good. Which commander should I max after Esong? Richard, Constantine, or Alex? Ooh, it's going to be Constantine or Alex. I mean, like, I think Constantine or Alex is the pick. What power do I consider strong? I mean, like, I think over, and I know chat's not going to love this answer, but I think, like, over 80 million and you're pretty strong. Over 80 million and you're pretty strong. You got enough troops to kind of do whatever it is you wanted to be doing. And to send some troops to die. Chiz, can you migrate to certain kingdoms? I jumped from 1760 to 61 at 2 million power. And people from other kingdoms like 1766 and 1764 are merging into our kingdom. Is that supposed to be possible? Well, if migration's open, yeah, it's cool. They can migrate. Chat, what do you think is a high amount of power? What do you think is a high amount of power? If we said, like, yeah, this account's pretty high power, what would that be? What would that number be? And P.S., this is a good time to remind everybody, if you are enjoying the live stream, and we do have almost 700 people watching, which is awesome. I love that you're all hanging out as we, you know, social distance and keep safe here. while we smash these barbs. But consider liking the video if you're having a good time, and subscribing to the channel for daily Rise of Kingdoms content to help you get value and smash your enemies. We're cruising right along here. Cruising right along, burning through a bunch of action points. I don't think I can possibly spend all of my action points here. Even if we turn this into a live stream that is literally as long as the army expansion, it seems pretty unlikely that we'll be able to spend even just a fraction of the AP that we want to try to spend here. All right, cruising along. Its status is protected. We're close to the shrine's opening. If the status is protected, you can't migrate. Whatever power you get T5 at, it's around like 60 million. I've heard of people that got T5 at 38 million power, I think. I'd have to actually do the math to see if that's possible. But if you're just like speeding up your T5 and not even bothering with troops and like, the first weeks of a kingdom's life, you could get to T5 at a really low power number. I've seen it happen. King of Armenia did it back in the day. 600 million's a high amount of power. You're killing me, chat. That's Baba levels of power. Just do streams more often, please. It's really relaxing during these lockdowns. Duly noted, Luca. Duly noted. I'm glad to hear this is relaxing. I find it relaxing for myself to hang out with you all, quite frankly. And I hydrate nicely. I got my water here. Stay hydrated, people. You gotta stay hydrated. That is actually like super important. Now especially. Stay hydrated. It's good for your body. Literally a whole alliance migrated and merged into ours. Wow, that's amazing. That's the dream, baby. Hello, Chess. What's the best equipment to forge for Ethelflaed Joan of Arc mixed troops? That depends a bit on whether or not there's a certain type of stat you're trying to optimize for, if there's a certain type of troop you're optimizing for. So, I often in my Canyon lineup use Ethelflaed and Joan of Arc, or not Ethelflaed and Joan of Arc, Ethelflaed and Mehmed II. And I switch whatever troop type I am sort of putting the most of based on what my opponent has. It's either infantry or archers. So for me on my Ethelflaed, I focus on infantry stats, I focus on archer stats, and I don't really focus much on cavalry. So, focus on whichever troop type you're going to use more of would be my guidance. Hey, Chisgule, any rumors from Rise of Kingdoms about T6 troops? No. I have no rumors about T6 troops. I would love if they added more research into the game. I think that would be super chill. I would really enjoy that. I don't know how they would do that in a way that is not... How do I want to say this? Like, I don't know how they do that in a way that, like, throttles it a little bit so that we can enjoy it more. Like, maybe they would have an event that offers a currency, and that currency is required for the research. So, like, yeah, you can use your speed ups, but like you can't just like immediately max all the technology. I don't know. I don't know. But I like, the overtime working on stuff, and I just kind of wonder like what research could they add without making it like 1,000 days of speed ups per research, like how do they do that? Chisgule, is it pre-KvK for season 4? Hello from Germany. Yeah, this is season 4. This is season 4 of KvK. And we are in 3rd place right now. Maybe we've even dropped in the rankings. Looks like we're still 3rd. Just kind of hanging out, making our way up. Really kind of making our way up's not right. We're stable at the moment. We're stable. And, I would encourage everybody in whatever kingdom you're in to use your farm account to go smash barbs. This is the time to go kill those Marauders and get these rewards. And these rewards are, pretty beefy, honestly. I mean, we should probably open up a bunch of these. Also, what? The barb just died. The barb literally just poofed itself out of existence. Miller's on his way into season 1 of KvK. Good luck to you. Good luck. Season 1 of KvK was so much fun. Our Season 1 of KvK was, I think, very unlike the experience that other kingdoms will have, because Kingdom versus Kingdom didn't exist when I started playing this game. And so it came like much, much later for our kingdom compared to others. Chisgule is a free-to-play. Would I recommend CPO? Not really. CPO Charles? No. I wouldn't really recommend it. I mean, they're tanky. It's fine, but it's just okay. It's honestly, it's just okay. I want to see your Richard talent tree. We could switch over to our main account at some point and show that. We could certainly do that. Let's claim this. We haven't even explored the map on this account. Like, that's how much we've been doing on this one. Oh yeah, look at all these. We got to get all these. So many Marauders. So much loot. I love these satchels, baby. And you know, just to give you a taste of these kingdom supply chests, what do we got in here? We got 375,000 stone, 50,000 experience, and a purple sculpture. Holy jeez, look at that. 8-hour speed up, 100 gems and resources. Woo! 1.1 million stone, a dazzling starlight sculpture, and 10,000 experience. I mean, these are pretty legit. Okay, the last couple kind of sucked. There's a gold key. All right. Yeah, gold key's fine. You know, gold keys I'm pretty lackluster on these days. Is it too late to migrate once it's Eve of the Crusade? I believe that it's too late to migrate into the kingdom. People can migrate out of a kingdom, though. We've definitely had, in our last KvK, we had a kind of an alarming set of people migrate right before the fighting started. Like, there were some players that talked really big talk about wanting to, you know, wage war and do all this fighting. And then the second we, like, actually started fighting, they left the kingdom. It was pretty remarkable. It was pretty remarkable. Like, they literally missed out on one of the best KvKs for fighting that I've ever heard of, personally. But then again, like, I don't know how much I'm really watching other KvKs compared to my own. So that's maybe not such a fair statement to make. Is Saladin in the wheel now? Saladin is a mighty governor commander. Occasionally they show up in Card King as well after the kingdom is sufficiently old, and that is going to take a while. It's going to take a long while after you have your, mighty governor events for that commander, that they're going to show up in Card King eventually. Drixon, what's going on, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. What's the point of saving VIP in my inventory? There's no point. I should just use it. Even if you use VIP beyond the amount of VIP that you need for the max of, VIP 17, even if you use all that VIP and your VIP 17, you keep using tokens, they still add up and count toward your next level of VIP. So, like, there's literally zero reason that I'm aware of to save VIP tokens. So, let's just go use these on this account. This account lived in Legion back in the day, back when I was in Kingdom 51. Man, this is like throwback time. And I got so much VIP. I mean, we're VIP 13 with a farm. And like, look at that. Look at this. We're like pushing VIP 14 with this farm account. But these days, it lives in one of the alliances in the kingdom, but not in the main alliance. Not in the main alliance. You must have missed my kingdom holding off 2 at once, Chisgule. Yeah, Drixon, I bet that was good. No big deal. Kingdom 75 held off 5 kingdoms at once. And we were so impressed with one of those kingdoms that we said we want to ally with you in the future. Which is pretty funny. And by the way, those allies are beating us as a B kingdom. They're beating us. That's 1189. They're beating us in this event, which is awesome. I love it. This is good. VIP 18 confirmed. What would I put in VIP 18? Okay, let me ask this, chat. What would you put in VIP 18? That's the better question. What would you put in VIP 18? Have I placed my bets already for Ark of Osiris League as we crash out of the game? I have not, and we should go do that. And I'm going to place bets in a way that I think you all are going to find really shocking. You look like you need a beauty sleep. I need beauty sleep. I can't remember the last time I had true beauty sleep. But then again, I have an infant. So like, what were you expecting? I could use my beauty sleep, fam. I could use some beauty sleep. All right. Let's go bet. Let's go bet. Are you ready? I'm going to bet in the most bold way. I'm going to bet in the most bold way. Also, gosh, use 5,000 minutes of training speed ups. I didn't even earn 1,000 Oryx. That's how delinquent I've been. I didn't even purchase 70 things in the courier. Jeez. But this is my farm account, right? Like that's kind of the point. Like I said, like I got a farm, I got a restart, I got a main account. Like I don't have time for all that crap. But what could we do here? What could we do to like work toward our 70? I don't really want to spend gems on these things. This is not what I want to spend gems on. I don't think it's worth it. But let's just go bet anyways. Also, oh, that hospital. All right, well, start to heal that down. Let's get that going, fam. Get that going. And hold on. We got to send these guys out, and then we're going to bet. We're going to bet. Crazy Alchemist earned 7,000 Oryx from Snow last matchup. Yeah, I could have told you to bet on Snow last matchup. And I'm actually really disappointed because I would have bet every single Oryx I had on Snow winning because that was just guaranteed. And now I'm going to bet every single Oryx I have as well because I feel like it's all but guaranteed. And that's like really an overstatement because that's not true at all. But I'm going to bet every single Oryx I have. And I'm going to bet on the C9N Snow matchup. Now, maybe somebody knows something that I don't. It's entirely possible that somebody knows something that I don't. But I'm going to bet every Oryx I have. And I am going to put all of those Oryx, every single Oryx I have, on C9N. Everyone. Every single one. In our matchup against Snow, that was really the first challenging matchup we had. And it revealed we had some flaws in our ARC strategy, but we had a pretty new ARC team, quite frankly. And we made so many improvements. Like our ARC team before that matchup and after that matchup are totally different. And the thing is that if we played even as fraction as good as we do now against Snow, I think we would have just run them over. So I think C9N is going to win that matchup. And I think it's not going to be by a ton, but I think they're going to win. I hope I'm wrong. And the reason I hope I'm wrong is that if Snow wins that matchup, then we are guaranteed to be in the playoffs on our main account. We are guaranteed to be in the playoffs if Snow wins. And I just bet every Oryx I have on C9N winning because I think they are going to win. Which means that in order for Smash Squad to get into the playoffs, we're going to have a good enough point differential in our own matchup in order to get there. We've got to have enough points ahead of the next closest that has a 2-1 record. And we'll see. We'll see if we can do that. What's with the content creator and go all in bet? We have an insight, we think, that other people don't have. And so we went all in. The other thing is that I didn't actually think there was another matchup that was a good enough bet. I did not think there was another matchup that was a good enough bet. You bet on your farm, I literally bet the farm. I believe this is where the expression betting the farm comes from. This is not where that expression comes from. I actually don't know the origin of betting the farm. Betting the farm. But the idea is that you're like betting everything you have. And I mean, we just bet everything we have. Drixon just bet 3K on them. Yep. Hulk, what's going on, dude? What's going on, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you. You know what I should have done? Nah. No, that was the one. That was the one. Rose will win over OV? Maybe. OV's really good. And here's the thing. OV had a loss. And losses breed improvement. I think OV is going to be phenomenal. I think OV is going to be phenomenal. I think betting against OV is likely to be a mistake. I really think it is likely to be a mistake. I don't have a crystal ball. All I have is this mug. All I have is this Disney mug with green tea in it. And I'm enjoying that. Gecko went all in on Rose. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, I hope it works out. I'm pretty confident in C9N. But if Snow wins, it's all upside for me. So now I win either way. I would actually kind of prefer Snow win. That is the better outcome for me. But I do not think it is going to be the outcome. But I've definitely been wrong about that. We're going to keep smashing these barbs, wrecking my action point supply over here. But I have so many. I just literally cannot burn through my AP fast enough. Like, that's the problem. That's the real problem here. So I can't possibly burn through it fast enough. Let's rip these 37 satchels. And we got some turn-ins to do. How's this looking now? Only a couple turn-ins. We're going to have to do some trading. Which, like, again, my favorite part about this system. So let's cancel that trade. And actually, we need one of those thingies. Nope. Yeah. Oh, wait. I don't have any of those. Do I? No. It's the other one I need. I need one of those, And, okay, none of them are for sale. Okay, well, we'll do this. And we'll trade that. Sure, get that going. Yeah, my advice for this event is to just be constantly trading for whatever you're ahead on to sort of even stuff out. Gecko bet 11,000 on Rose. Nicely done. Nicely done. Rose for the win. They helped us win KvK too. Could be. Harani, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Why is it better for us? So if Snow beats C9N, then it is guaranteed that we go into the playoffs. Because Snow will have a 3-0 record. We will have a 2-1 record if we win our match. And C9N will be 1-2. Hoff will be 0-3. So we're guaranteed to go to the playoffs if Snow wins. Is it possible to get 100 Kingdom chests? Absolutely. Dude, we're well on our way to 100 Kingdom chests. And you've come to the right place for advice on how to get the most Kingdom chests. My recommendation to you will be to check out the video I released earlier today, where I talked about how you go about doing exactly that. So check out my video from earlier today about cruising through phase 1 of Eve of the Crusade. Iceboy555 is from Snow. Good luck in your matchup, Iceboy. My preference is that you win. Hey, Chisgule, I'm free to play and infantry player and a hit and run player, but mostly free to play is being infantry march to the open field. Is it okay to hunt them with archers? So, I don't love archers for open field because there's just so much cavalry running around. Any idea on reward changes for KvK? We don't know what the KvK reward is yet. I'm kind of hyped to see what it is. I don't know what it'll be. I'm a little bit afraid it's going to be equipment again. And I really hope that it is not more equipment. That would be a little bit disappointing. If it's equipment. Because, like, look. Like, I don't need another piece of gear that it's going to take me a zillion years to go make. Like, come on. Like, don't make a reward that takes 3 months just to actually use. I would prefer if the reward was a little more immediate. And with that said, I think we got to send our troops home here. Well, hold on. Let's kill this one last dude, and then we'll send our troops home. Ooh, claim that reward. Yoink. Also, look at that. W smash in the middle of the field here. Wonder what he's up to. I bet it's the coin again. Oh my god, Deathstroke, stop it. Stop it. If they make it the coin again, that would be awful. Oh, that would be so awful if they make it coin again. That would be terrible. I would not be happy about that. No one would be happy. They can't do that again. There's no way they would do coin again. They might do another necklace, but dude, I don't know. I feel like the necklace is really good. Or I guess it's a coin. Skolas' Lucky Coin is really good. But for the amount of effort that went into it, and then you got to go do a bunch of effort just to make it, I don't know. I mean, it kind of reminds me when I got Sulphurus in World of Warcraft. Like, you finally get the drop, and then you got to go spend just an unbelievable amount of effort getting all the other things that you need to actually make the darn thing. Ugh, gross. Let's send this troop over here and do the thing I promised, which is to rip open some gold keys. Gold keys sounds like a great idea. There's my tavern. Chisgule. It will be a second gold gear, a nuke necklace. Oh, God. I hope not. Oh, full Gaius unlock. Now we're really living the dream. We'll see how we do. Cleo sculptures are good. Sundok sculptures are good. I mean, this is a farm account, you know? Those are super good. Full Ulgi Mundok. Pretty sure we already expertised him on this account. I could be wrong. We expertised him on my restart, and that was a great choice. He was really awesome there. Ooh, that's a good one. 5 Ishida and 3 El Cid. That's really good. They never repeated a reward, says Fayaz. Indeed. Happy Barbing 1075, says Poro X. Thank you for the well wishes. Ooh. Hey, this is a good one. Full Ishida and 3 Sundok. Yo, these gold keys are really good for this is my farm account. Like, I want the Gathering Commanders. I'd rather have all Gathering Commanders on my farm account. Pff, that's amazing. I'm living the dream. I'm living that farming dream. Kusunoki, we already expertised him. Kusunoki and Sun Tzu were like the first 2 commanders I think we expertised, along with Joan of Arc. And we used, for a very long time, Sun Tzu and Kusunoki to defend our city. They were the garrison captains, which, you know, super crucial. Super crucial. There's a full Pelagius, but we already have him expertised. Osman is the chase. In these gold keys, Osman is the chase. Do you know TMD Alliance Kingdom 46? I do not. VIP 18, they should give us 2 gold heads and 2 gold keys. Oy vey. What would I put in VIP 18? I would not put any combat-related benefit in VIP 18. I would not put any combat-related benefit. I would make it easier to get material chests, for sure. I would... I don't know that I would even do training speed. I don't think I would do march speed. And yeah, march speed is pretty ballsy. I probably wouldn't do that. If I was going to do any combat-related thing, it would be march speed. Because, like, yeah, you get to the fight faster, but, like, it doesn't make you a better rally leader. It doesn't make you a better garrison captain. Because I think it's better if more people can fill those roles, in my opinion. Where do you get 1,000 action points? From Kingdom versus Kingdom. There were events that gave 1,000 action point potions. That's where we got it. Yeah, this is going okay. It's going okay. Yeah. We still haven't gotten any Osman, though. Remarkably. All I wanted was like 4 Osmond sculptures. And then I was like, all right, that'd be good enough. They have good results in Osiris. Open all. I don't think we're going to open all. Like, we like the suspense. The suspense is good, people. The suspense is good. Ooh, full Sun Tzu's nice. What is a defense boost? What if it's a defense boost? What if what's a defense boost? Is Charles a good garrison commander? Absolutely. Charles is a great garrison commander. Wow, look at all those gold stars. That's pretty decent. More Boudica. Full Hermit unlock is decent. Pretty sure we already have him expertise, though. Is there a reward for opening 200 gold keys all at once? There is. We've already got that reward on this account, though, so we don't need to open 200 plus all at once. Full Belisarius is nice. And 2 Cao Cao. Cool. Cool. Let's do a quick check-in on our commanders and see how those are going. How is this evolving? Not enough to put on a Cao Cao, but we can max the gathering skill on Cleo. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. We can finally start to level her up. Super crucial. I really needed another gathering commander, kind of start up and leveled up, so we're just going to do that. We'll keep working on her. We might even swap her into the rotation of commanders we're working on here. Look at this. Oh, baby. This is so perfect for what we're doing right now. We can now expertise our Belisarius. We did it just with our gold keys. We didn't have to use any of our universals in case they do come out with those epic commanders that I really hope they come out with. I have no news on that at the moment, but I just hope they will. And we didn't get, I guess it's 6 Osmond sculptures. We just need 6 Osmond sculptures. Well, I guess there's only one answer to that. Just open more gold keys. I mean, I could use my universals, but I don't know. This is kind of more entertaining, isn't it? Which epic commander should I pair with Charles Martel? I think Sun Tzu is a really good pick. Sun Tzu is a really good pick for that. All right, so we'll keep this going here. More Olgi Mundok. Dude, we are like living that Olgi Mundok life. By the way, if you are enjoying this stream, hanging out with Chisgule, consider liking the video. Dropping the like onto the video really does help out the channel a fair amount. And consider subscribing for daily Rise of Kingdoms content. We help you get value and smash your enemies with those daily videos. So consider a subscription. What do I think about Baba having 10,000 subs at 600 million power? I think that's cool. Good for him. Good for him. I mean, I'm subscribed. See what the heck he does, you know? Who isn't curious how the other side lives their life? All right, we're going to keep ripping these keys here. Still no Osmond. 2 Freddy. We got 2 Freddys. Still no Osmond, though. There's a full Lancelot. Whatever. You can see gold keys get a lot worse over time as you max out more and more of those commanders. I think we've like opened up so much of Timo. It's kind of ridiculous. And our troops have returned to the city. All right, well, I mean, we got to get back into the field. We got work to do. I guess we'll open more gold keys in a moment when we are on our way back to our city again. For now, we got to get back into the field here. We got work to do, baby. Do you think Ishida could have been an epic? I mean, they could have made him an epic, but with the stats he has, he's definitely a legendary. I think legendary is the right designation. I think it is the right designation for that commander, given the effectiveness of his abilities. Why not open everything? Suspense, baby. It's all about that suspense. I mean, I like it. It's more enjoyable. War Kingdom 70. Hook me up with a coordinate. Hook me up with a coordinate, and I'll go check out War. I love War. I mean, Rise of Kingdoms War. Also, I totally didn't select all my marches. There we go. Let's get all these suckers. Let's do this, baby. GG. They should just copy Age of Empires. Age of Empires, I love playing the original Age of Empires back in the day. Hello to you, Dipto from 115. Our kingdom turned into my alliance in KvK and tried whipping us, but we are surviving. Well, nice work, Zach. Gotta hang on. Just how many troops do you think is sufficient for a low spender? 12 million power. KvK season 1. Gosh. How many troops do you want to have? I really like having troops for just doing stuff on the map. I think it's really nice to have at least 5 marches, so 1 million troops, just to be able to battle barbarians, you know? I think that's a good number you would want to have going into KvK, is at least 1 million troops, if you can swing it. And I get that that's a lot, and that might not be possible. And you got to play smart, because, like, man, if your hospital fills up, you're going to get really wrecked. So just, you know, if you can play carefully, I think that's an awesome thing to have so many troops. You can really do a lot when you have a lot of troops and make positive contributions to the kingdom. All right, so here we need to put in another... Oh, we have a request in. All right. Could we do that? Trade it? Confirm? Get another one? Boom. Oh, do another trade? God, I love this trading system. This trading system is the actual jam. It's so good. All right, keep it going, baby. Keeping this going. Chisgule, what are the best pairings for Richard as a low spender? 200 pounds a month. Love your content. Thanks so much. I mean, like, Sun Tzu's really good. But Sun Tzu's going to probably be other places because, you know, he's just so versatile, you know. So, Olgi Mundok's, I think, a really good pick in that instance to pair with Richard the First. I think that's a solid pair. As an epic commander. If you're looking at legendaries... Well, I think Charles Martel is a pretty natural early game pick. Charles Martel would be a very natural early game pick. Is Charles 5511 better than an expertise Sun Tzu? I think so. But they fill very different roles. For tanking, absolutely. If you want AoE damage, I mean, you got to stick with that Sun Tzu. You can't beat that. Okay. Have about 300,000 action point potions saved up. Woo! When should I be using them in KvK? Jose, it depends on what KvK you're in. I don't know how you should spend them in Light and Darkness. However, and oh my god, on the topic of my sweet little baby and sleep, you get so much less of it when you have a baby. Where should you spend your action points? If you're in season 1 through 3, then I would spend your action points in zone 5 or zone 6 after it's really been determined that your kingdom is going to be one of the winning kingdoms in KvK. Then you can go ham with your AP. But I would not go ham sooner because you run the risk that, like, you end up losing KvK and then all those action points are kind of wasted. So that would be my guidance to you. We're going to peel back and get these Marauders over here. It's season 2 of KvK? Yeah, so wait till you're in zone 5 or zone 6 and, like, you're feeling very, very confident at that point that your kingdom will, in fact, win the KvK. All KvKs are Light and Darkness now? I don't think so. But I think KvK Season 3 for most people and beyond is. Hit the like button, says MB the Beast. Thank you for that positive encouragement for people to smash the like button on this live stream. That does really help a lot. Dude, you got a lot of gems? We do. This account we use to gem kingdom buffs. So for a very long time, we had a 30-day gem supply constantly running to get gems. And every time we were going to gem a kingdom buff, we would make our farm account, the king, do it there, and then switch back to having our main account be the king. It's been a while since we actually had to gem a kingdom buff, and that's because Negan's been doing a really phenomenal job, honestly, like running the kingdom. And I know it's like a real pain in the butt because I've been the leader of a kingdom before, but like I can't even pretend like I'm making the majority of the decisions. I'm really not. And it's so phenomenal that I don't have to be the one doing that. Like every time that I'm strategizing with the kingdom, I'm not creating content. Every time that I'm, strategizing for Ark of Osiris League, I'm not really creating content. And I should be focused on creating content. Since like candidly, like the dream is being able to like fully support my family and be a full-time content creator. Like that's obviously the dream. Maybe that's not obvious. That's a dream. And time that I spend, like, not optimizing my gear or learning how to make better thumbnails or like all these things that would be better for the channel instead I'm strategizing, in game. Like it's not the strictly correct use of my time, but at the same time, I do really feel like I can advise much better because I am in the very thick of those decisions, So I don't know. I just made arguments for both sides of that, but having someone like Negan sort of take charge and hold that king role it's just really helpful. Should I wait to use my gold and silver keys until I get to my final kingdom with a jumper account? It doesn't really matter when you use your gold and silver keys. All the stuff that you're going to get there cannot be stolen as long as you don't actually consume the tokens that you'll get from that. So you're good to open those whenever you feel like it. And I don't know, it's kind of enjoyable to open them sooner, right? Should you rush your base? You should rush your city hall. In Rise of Kingdoms, you want to rush your city hall. You do not want to level everything up evenly. Also, hold on, I should park these troops. Let's see here. Return, 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 return. Refund all those action points, and then turn and hit this 25. And I know, like, hitting 25s is not the most optimal here, but I did get one of those attacks for free off my Ethelfled, and that way, I level up my commanders more, because there's no way I'm going to spend all my action points. It's inconceivable. One of the most important things that we're going to do, by the way, and I'll even show you. Hold on, I'll go get it. All right. One of the most important things we're going to do during stage 3 of the Eve of the Crusade is use another device. And this is an Android device. I normally play on just, my iPad Pro. And the reason that's so crucial is that you can be logged in to 2 accounts at the same time using an Android device and an iOS device. So I can play on my farm and my main for the stage 3 where we're rallying Marauder forts at the same time, and that is going to just be so good. That is just going to be so good for doing Marauder forts. It's going to be really quite good to be able to be on both accounts at the same time. It was such a pain in the butt to be on one account at a time, and you launch the rally on one account, then you switch over and you join rallies, and it's just a total mess. Do you think I should spend $1 for Minamoto? What is he good for? I don't think it's worth spending $1 on Minamoto. If you're going to unlock Minamoto, right, you really want to at least max the first skill. And you can't use universal sculptures on your Minamoto. So I would strongly recommend, if you're on that Minamoto plan, that either you take him at least to a 5-1-1-1 or don't bother. So the unlock I don't think is worth it. So hopefully I just saved you $1, or you're going to decide to spend more because it's actually you either don't get them or at least max the first skill will be my guidance there. We're going to claim that trade, smash in a couple more turn-ins over here. And, we've pulled down 500,000 points, which is pretty sweet. We want some towers, and what the heck is this thing? Colossus? We want towers and we want Colossus. And nobody's... yeah, we trade for that. Sure. But we need a Colossus. So we'll trade for that. And we'll give away those. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. I love this system. Professionally, what do we do? I work in tech, is what I like to say. I work in technology. What is your alliance minimum power required? I think last I looked, it was 35 million. But we can't actually take anybody into the kingdom right now because we're in KvK. So the time to have joined the kingdom was literally before this last reset, not after. We should check in on our main account, actually. We're gonna do that. After this round of barbing, we're going to check in on our main account and we're just going to get a peek and say hey, Do we need to spend our action points? Because I think we might. Jeff is asking where our World War Doe content is. I really enjoy World War Doe, but I kind of recognize that, like, my audience is, really interested in Rise of Kingdoms and, not necessarily other games. So I have not been doing a ton of World War Doe content recently, just as I, step back and evaluate, is the World War Doe content truly the right thing for this channel? And I don't have the answer to that. I don't have the answer for that. We do live in the USA. Hey, Chisgule, as a minor spender, is it better to let Saladin sit at 5551 and work on other commanders or max him first? That is a phenomenal question. I think that Saladin, you might just start working on other commanders, because his fourth skill is just all about hitting cities, and you just don't care about that. I would probably start to work on other commanders. That is probably what I would do. Just go, what do you think I should buy that's under $10 that will help me out? I'm new. You should get the 30-day gem supply. If you're spending money in a mobile game, prioritize your family, especially in these times. But if you are spending in a mobile game, and again, I'm not a financial advisor, and you've already prioritized your retirement and all that kind of other stuff, the 30-day gem supply is a really solid pickup. It's like the best bang for your buck, literally. You get so many gems of value. It's phenomenal. So that's the place to go if you're spending in Rise of Kingdoms. And, I keep a 30-day gem supply running all the time on my main account. I mean, there's just never a time where I'm without it. Thank you, Ed Watson, for the $2 super chat. Invest in Richard or Khan? What a phenomenal question. That's really tough. And the reason it's tough is that now Ramses has a 100% heal reduction when you have the expertise skill for 2 seconds. Richard is a phenomenal commander, and for Ark of Osiris League or gameplay in general, I think you'd be really hard-pressed to find a better primary or even secondary commander for garrisoning a structure. So if you're in the early game still and Khan has just become available to your kingdom, I think Richard is still a really good investment. With that said, Khan is also very powerful. The downside of Khan is that he's a glass cannon. He does a lot of damage, but has really no tankiness. The upside of Khan is that he is usable in a bunch of different game formats, like Soroli Crisis. I use Khan as the primary for much of what I do. So for PvE content, he's actually very, very good. So it's going to depend a fair amount on potentially the rest of your collection as well. But between the two, I probably would lean Richard, but they're both fine choices. You are choosing from among great options. Things I would think about as you make this decision for yourself would be to look at what you need in your Canyon lineup, which would have the most effect there, how you feel about game modes like Soroli, and if you care about that a lot, then Khan is a great choice and Richard does nothing for you. Hopefully that's helpful. Did you see the mail about the new possible civilization? What did I think? Yeah, I saw, when you say the mail, I saw a rumor about, there was a screenshot where people were requesting the Persian civilization, and, a Rise of Kingdoms representative said, oh yeah, the Persian stuff's really popular. Maybe that'll be a thing when we add stuff into the game later. Maybe it'll be a thing. Maybe it won't. I don't have an answer for that. I think it'd be cool. 5551 Saladin Max Con after, says the mood. You will not regret it. Seems reasonable. Chiz, please help me with this. Esong primary and Ramses second. Will they do good? I think so. I don't know which one should be the primary yet. And I don't know that anybody's done the testing to prove it one way or the other. Hey, Chisgule, my Richard sits at 5513. My Esong is 5523. Should I stop Richard and concentrate on Esong? Yeah, I think so. I think expertise your Esong. I think expertise your Esong. You got to focus. Point at pre-KvK will be reset after entering the KvK map. So, at the conclusion of these pre-KvK events, what is going to happen is that you're going to get a buff for your kingdom based on your kingdom's rank. Right now, we are in 3rd place, not by much though, and our allies, 1189, are ahead of us in 2nd place. You're going to get a buff, and this is what that buff is going to look like. Some amount of damage at the top, then gathering speed and training speed. The thing you're least interested in is 2% building speed. So savage. Do you think Attila has a place for open field battles? Not really. Not really. Which new civilization would I like to see? You know, that's such a great question. There's not really a civilization I'm gunning for. I think the better question is... I think the better question might be, what bonuses would I like to see? Because I sort of don't care what they call the civilization. You know what I mean? Like, I don't actually care too much about which civilization is. What I care the most about is what the bonuses are. What would I want those bonuses to be? I think they're overdue for an infantry-based civilization. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure they've got more cavalry civilizations. We can go check. Let's just go check real quick. We have 1 and 2 and 3. We've got 4 cavalry civilizations, okay? And we've got 1, 2, and 3 infantry civilizations. So I'm pretty sure they're going to do an infantry civilization. Could be that they do an archer civilization. Let's just go check that out real quick. I don't think so, though. I think there's 4 of those. I think there were 4 of those. We've got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we've got 4 archer civilizations. So it's going to be an infantry civilization. It's all but guaranteed to be an infantry civilization. We already have like an infantry march speed civilization. You know what they might do? This would be pretty cool. What if they did an infantry civilization that had increased normal attack damage and decreased damage taken? That would be busted. That'd be so good. That's what they're going to do. I'm calling the shot. Future civilization is going to reduce the damage you take and do extra normal attack damage, and it's going to be an infantry civilization. That's what's coming, if they ever do that. I don't know. That's my guess. That is my guess. Am I right? Who knows? Is it entertaining? I think so. I think that'd be super cool. I have Khan 5511 and I just unlocked Saladin. Do I start working on Saladin or expertise Khan? Man. It's going to be a lot easier to get your Saladin to 5551 than it's going to be to expertise your Khan. I mean, it just depends if you want a glass cannon or you want a tank for cavalry. That should help guide your decision. Infantry civ plus infantry health, training speed, and AP capacity. And that's an interesting idea, Drixon. I think your idea is a lot more realistic than my idea. Rome is 5% defense. It's very strong. Rome is very good. Rome is a very good civilization. Rome is a very good civilization. I mean, like, I know that a lot of our infantry players use Rome. It also has the march speed, which is really good. 5% march speed. Who's the best counter to Richard? It's going to be Ramses. The second best counter is probably Alexander the Great. And the third best counter is going to be Saladin. How is that for a fairly complete answer to that question? They might do Greece with Artemis. I mean, they've already got Rome. I guess they could do Greece. Let's open these up. These worn leather satchels. How do we do? How did we do? We got 2 more. That's not so bad. We need another tower. Can we get a tower? No. And we are requesting a tower, but no dice yet. All right. P.S. If you are enjoying this stream, do consider dropping a like onto it. We're just hanging out. I mean, like, normally I'd be doing this on my couch, just hanging out, you know, with the live stream fairy, and that's pretty fun too. I do love hanging out with my live stream fairy and our little baby, our Chisgule mini. But I'm hanging out with y'all. So if you're enjoying it, drop a like on the video. Consider subscribing for daily Rise of Kingdoms content. Show us your Richard talents, please. Yeah, when we go to our main, I can show you Richard talents. Remind me to do that when we go to our main. The next time we need to go back to town, we're going to switch back to our main because I have like a sinking feeling that I need to go spend my action points. I have a sinking feeling that I need to go spend my action points. Is it okay if I have Esong at 5111? Yeah, I would really max the second skill. I would really max the second skill on Esong if you could. Artemisia can be a tank commander? I don't know about that. I don't think she can be a tank commander. That would really shock me if she did that well. I do not think that is her role in Rise of Kingdoms. As cool as that would be. I am excited that they added another garrison commander. I'm a little disappointed though. There's just not as much synergy as I would have liked with some of the other garrison commanders. Yeah, it's like it's fine, but I don't know. Is Pelagius Osman better as a secondary to Khan? Oof. I think that your best choice as a secondary to Khan is going to be Osman. Khan is doing rage reduction that's just completely out of control. And that is exactly what Osman wanted. So I'm going to say Osman is the pick. Should I invest gems into AP? No, Fabian, I do not think so. I don't think I've ever invested. Not a single time have I invested gems into AP. Do I have Woo? I do not. I love your content, man. Love, like, do la. Love me like you do. Hilarious. Is it worth spending 10,000 gems to change my civilization to Germany? Because I have a cavalry army. I would just wait. Just wait for that to do that for free. Wait to do that for free. 10,000 gems, that's a lot. You got to be about to do a lot of training if you're going to spend gems on that. You need to be on the cusp of doing a lot of training. That's how you're spending gems. What's going on, governors? Says Du Bois. What is going on, governors? 300 damage to yourself really hurts in a single rally situation? Yeah, man. Artemisia is very weird. She's basically like an Ark of Osiris commander, but very limited in her capacity for Ark of Osiris. It's very weird. She's a very weird commander. It's kind of a bummer that she's not more awesome. The AoE is just a real bummer, the way that's done. Single target would have just been awesome. And hitting multiple targets is good too. It's just like, what are the chances they're going to be like in a perfect arc in front of you it's pretty low. I feel like those odds are pretty low. So, yeah. Hey, Chis, I have Max Esong, Richard Ethel Tsao. Now I work on my Saladin. Okay. Those are fine choices. To 5551. Next is to Max Genghis, but I also want my Alex. He's next on the wheel. Between Alex and Saladin, I think Alex is the better commander. Saladin is very good though. But like, you could stop at 5551 and you're in a great place with Saladin. Whereas Alex, like, he's good to the last drop, yo. Take him to the expertise skill. Good to the last drop. Yeah. Here we go. Cruising right along, fam. What should I invest after expertise Alexander? 5511 Richard and 5551 Saladin. I feel like it depends on what you need for Canyon. I think Saladin you can kind of leave where he is. I think Richard's the play. I really do love the expertise Saladin for so many things, but I think Richard's a better invest for you. How much does it cost for training reserve of 50,000? When we go back to our main account, we can look it up. We can look it up and tell you. Just remind me to do that, chat. Remind me to do that when we're on our main account, okay? Time for a shave? Oh, God. Dude, we need to get a haircut. We need to get a haircut, and we're social distancing. So how am I supposed to get a haircut? My wife's going to have to cut my hair. That's what it's going to have to be. Now, out of curiosity, I'm just very curious. You don't actually want to see a video about my hair getting cut, do you? Would that be funny? Or do you just want to see the outcome? I'm a little terrified. I mean, I trust my loving wife very much, but I'm a little terrified how that's going to turn out. Oh, geez. Did I just... Okay, good. I thought I almost pushed the button to go attack, which would have been awkward. I've definitely done that before, where I, like, line up my next attack, and then, like, I accidentally tap it too soon, and I waste all my AP. It's the literal worst. I liked how you say, I work in tech. Very mystery, very Bond villaino like of you. That's funny. Is Osman Khan's #1 best commander matchup? I mean, for epics, I think that either Sun Tzu or Osman are the best matchup. Video, haircut video, ha ha ha, video. I watch all your YouTube videos. Shave it off. I want to see the haircut video. Shave it. Really? Y'all think that would be funny? Let's do the haircut live stream. Oh, God. Haircut live stream. The live stream fairy is probably watching this and getting much joy from the fact that you all want to see this happen. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Should I be concerned? What do you think about Dragathian's recommendation of a Saladin Takeda pair with infantry? I'm sorry. Say that again. Saladin Takeda, and instead of bringing cavalry, you're going to bring infantry? No. No, I would not do that. Just bring cavalry. Why would you do that? I mean, it might be fine, but, like, why would you not bring cavalry? I'm not saying the pairing. I think the pairing's phenomenal. Saladin Takeda, I mean, that's the tankiest cavalry pair you can make. I just don't know why you bring infantry to that pair. What's the reward for KvK Season 2? It is Wu Zetian, who is a phenomenal garrison commander. The reward for Season 2 of KvK is probably one of the better, I mean, of the 3 KvK rewards, quite frankly. I think that's fair to say. Wow, look at that. Look how evenly we're getting these. This is awesome. No, he said with cavalry. Oh. Yeah, bring cavalry. Yeah, hell yeah. Tank with that. Hell yeah. Yeah. If you wanted a really tanky cavalry march to be with a bunch of infantry marches, then yeah. Hell yeah. Saladin Takeda is extremely tanky. And I did say in my videos leading up to their release that it would make the tankiest cavalry march possible. So, yes, I think that's a totally great choice. Does the live stream fairy play ROK? No, she does not. No, she does not. Why Khan always primary? Because Khan is going to make it so that the active skill costs 50 less rage when he's the primary. If you look at the active skill of Khan, I don't know if I have him summoned. I may not even have him at all. It costs 950 rage base, which is 50 rage less than what skills normally cost. So that may as well read that it costs 50 rage less, which is, like, really good, right? Like, minus 50 rage to active skill cost is a nice little buff there, but only if he's the primary. Hey, Chisgule, hope you're well. Shields returns better for archers or infantry? I would say infantry, because you have other archer gear choices. There are boots you can get that'll give you 3% of stats, but for infantry, there's not really much other than Shios, which gives you 5% stats for infantry and cavalry. What's Khan's best overall pairing? Best overall pairing. That's actually a good question. I've been using Khan Takeda, and it's really good in Canyon. Like, astonishingly good. But is that Khan's best pairing? Probably not. I mean, like, Khan Esong is probably his best pairing. How's Light and Darkness looking so far? Mad Phantom, good to see you in the chat, my friend. Right now, we're in the eve of the Crusade. I love the way the matchmaking works. We're currently in 3rd for this stage, which I'm really proud of. This is not a stage where we do well as a kingdom, and that is because we've got a lot of top-end whales that don't have time to run around and battle barbs, or don't want to because they're going to use all their AP to get the rewards from KvK and get the skin. So I think we're doing very well so far in our Eve of the Crusade. I'm very happy with 1189's performance. Obviously, they're doing better than we are, and it is part of the reason we allied with them. Like, they're a crazy active kingdom. So far, so good. So far, so good. Is Sun Tzu primary good with Jones secondary? Yeah, it's great. What wins a 1v1 fight, tanky or glass cannon? I would guess tanky. But I don't know for sure. Why don't I double tap and drag from the right? I feel like it's less effort. I guess double tap and drag. Actually, no, I think you're right. That is easier. Maybe we should do it that way. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 taps. This is 1, 2, a drag and a tap. I mean, it's about the same, but I think you're right. Double tapping and then dragging is better. I will take your guidance and actually do that literally right now. I like that. Good plan, chat. Hey, Chisgule, how do you get so many action points? So on this account, I mean, this is like over a year of action points, people. So we have so many action points because, like, this account lived in Kingdom 51 for a while as, it was in the main alliance, just collecting all those rewards. It was amazing. It was amazing. Caesar should get a buff? Maybe. How many points do you have? I've gathered 1.2 million. My AP, I'm free to play and will have some AP in the future. I wonder how much gathering I've done on this account too. We should go look at that. How much resource gathering have I done on this farm account? And know that much of these resources actually went to, my main account. Well, actually, we can tell you exactly how many went to the main account. 2.5 billion, at least. I mean, that's a lot of resources. It is remarkable how many resources I've actually put into this account. 3 billion resources actually have gone into this account that I've gathered to just upgrade stuff in the city, which I think, look, I feel pretty good about the city hall level and all that good stuff. Who are our lower power players in Smash Squad? We have to... We can go look at that. Let's see here. There we go. Had to do just a smidge of moderating in the chat. Smidge of moderating. Ye old banhammer striketh. Chisgule, why don't you spend the universals to max Guan? Like you're not going to eventually, and you still have plenty more. So here's the thing. What if a new commander comes out right before the pass opens for KvK? And that commander happens to pair with a commander I haven't expertised. That means I would need 1,400 sculptures potentially to have the right combo. I mean, I got to save my sculptures, people. It's the right choice to save the sculptures. Also, my troops are just standing here. What are you doing, troops? I went and scouted, but I need to go send them places. Also, after this one, I think we go back to town and we'll do a quick tally on kind of how we're doing so far. I feel like we're doing pretty good here. Pretty good. Hey, thank you, SpickW89, for the $10 sticker. Much appreciated for the thank you sticker. That's awesome. Are you from Kingdom 89? I'm guessing so, with that 89 in your name, or that's just a remarkable coincidence. But thank you for the donation. I do super appreciate it. Just Liam rocking them clap emojis. Yes, indeed. Can you show me your Lohar talent tree? Yeah, we can do a Lohar talent tree here. I don't think this is perfect, but it's what we're doing right now. Look, our Lohar is not even expertise. Our Lohar is not even expertise. You definitely want to get Rejuvenate. And then you definitely want to make your way over. I like Curing Chant for like a sustained barb hunting march. And then from there, you know, probably increasing the number of troops we have with fresh recruits. Maybe heading over this way. It's going to be the way to go. Spend all AP in this event or on the forts in the upcoming event. I think both are good. If you need experience on your commanders, however, I think this is the better event. If you need experience on your commanders, this would be a better event. If you don't need experience on your commanders, then like, in that case, I would say that the Marauders are a better bet. But the rewards here are just so juicy. They're so good. Let's jump over to our main. I'm a little afraid that I'm letting my AP rot on my main account. We got to go check this out. Captain Hook says, Chisgule, great stream. Question, would you go for Constantine first or Guan for an infantry-focused player? I'm leaning towards Guan because he seems good for PvE, and I don't have a max Mina. I think Constantine is better, personally. I think Constantine is a better pick. That's what I would be doing. Our AP is actually pretty good here. Our AP is looking pretty good. All right, fam. We're doing well. I thought we'd have to spend it down, but we're good. We are Gucci. Amazing. All right. Cool. How do you select all troops? You double tap on one of the troops or even on the icon on the right-hand side. So there were a bunch of questions asked earlier that we should just sort of cruise through real quick. Richard I talent tree. This is a really good one for Canyon, I found. These points are kind of experimental right now, but I like this build for Canyon a whole heck of a lot. Here's a good garrison build for things other than your city. Here's a good open field infantry build. And if we go to Charles Martel, all the same builds apply, but, here's another flavor of a rally defense build against your city. This is what I'm actually using literally right now. It's possible I should put points into Iron Spear now that Attila Takeda is a thing. I should almost certainly drop Double-Headed Axe and put them into Iron Spear. That's like all but guaranteed. This is a Leonidas build. Yeah, anyways, it was a Leonidas build. I don't even know what that was now. Best equipment to get for infantry commanders. Oh, I like that question. Here's our Richard gear. This is pretty good infantry gear. You could do better. You could do better. We've got some of our better gear kind of floating around. Like here's our Alexander the Great. He's got some pretty good gear. Yes, this is a windswept set with the infantry special talent. Who else has infantry gear? Guan's got some decent infantry gear. Level 6 reserves are 5,000 gems, someone is saying. We can go into the VIP shop and look at that real quick. We got, 5,000 gems for 50,000 troop reserve. Whew, that's expensive. PSA, the VIP shop resets in 1 day and 3 hours. We're going to spend on that tomorrow. We actually set an alarm for that so we don't miss it. You definitely don't want to miss that VIP shop goodness, people. All right. I think we did what we wanted to do in this live stream. We had a great time smashing those barbs. We're probably going to do more of it, but I think if I keep going, I'm going to lose my voice. And I got to be nice and peppy for our Ark of Osiris League matchup later tonight. You're going to want to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're into Ark of Osiris League. We are going to cast every single time slot that we are not playing Ark of Osiris. So you're going to want to tune into that. Until next time, my friends, you have fun smashing the kingdom. And thanks again, everybody who dropped a donation. That was awesome. I do seriously appreciate it. And welcome, new members.